We split it 1/6, 5/6. Hi, I'm Phil.
Hi, I'm John.
Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking.
Pretty good.
Tonight on the show, we're gonna teach you how to make a breakfast casserole. Do 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 do. Kevin doesn't sing songs. What's your favorite song to sing?
You know.
Oh yeah, I do know. If you can guess Kevin's favorite song to sing, leave a comment in the comments below. Right now, pause the video. Also, we're not going to reveal it. Breakfast casserole is a scaling operation. Typically prepare this at family get-togethers, large gatherings, or as we at PGC call it, Tuesday night. My family did not call it breakfast casserole, they called it egg dish. And when I told my buddies what we were making tonight, they're like, is it an egg dish or is it a thing? I'm like, it's a thing, but it's not really a thing. It's a conglomeration of many breakfast type foods. It's like a quiche casserole with less effort and all the flavor. So tonight we'll be drinking and cooking for your viewing pleasure. Yeah, we'll get started. I'm gonna make a drink. That's the first step. My bad idea of the evening was to, instead of having be the first step to make a drink, because it's hot, it's hotter than blazes here in September in Ohio. We've hit our second summer. I wanted the first step to be take off your pants, and I was just gonna take my pants off and put on the shorts, which I now have on. But then I remembered I'm a professional, and I probably shouldn't film myself taking off pants. I'm gonna put a little ice in my bourbon, because it's hot. I'm hot. I spent the day out there with Spicy Mike. Went out to Oaks Farm. Got some applewood and some hot peppers. I met 6th generation farmer, and he was so smiley. It's clear that his life is really good and that he's just a descendant of many happy farmers. But anyways, I'm tired. I was out in the sun. It was hard work throwing wood in my truck. Here is a new casserole dish. Never been used before. You can see there's already schmutz in it. So we're gonna cook our casserole in. This is a, I believe it's a 9x11. Actually, that's probably about 9x13, I think. 9x13. I'm gonna bake, and I'm gonna preheat that oven to 350. And goddamn, we don't bake anything anymore. I'm never gonna set the oven at that temperature. Do I even cook on this show anymore? What have I been doing? What I've been doing. Hey Kevin, what you sipping on?
Black mangrove, dark sour ale, aged in red wine and bourbon barrels. It's good.
Sour grape soda.
Kind of.
Got a few things to do to prepare the things for the casserole. Kevin's gonna shred cheese and maybe chop onions. But he doesn't have to chop the onions, I can chop the onions. But he has not provided me feedback as to
I can chop an onion.
Thank you for confirmation that I chopped that onion. I wasn't sure. Kevin's gonna work on that. I'm gonna cook this sausage. All right, here's my pan. Medium. And today we're using Bob Evans regular breakfast sausage. Regular, made from premium cuts of pork. I'm sorry, made with premium cuts of pork. Not from, with. That's good legal language.
I ought to say I'm going to chop this onion very finely.
I'm gonna chop this onion really very finely.
Thank you, Kevin.
I think sometimes Kevin's being sassy, you know, because he doesn't like being prompted, especially by John, our creative director. But in reality, the fans love when Kevin does that. So really the desired effect is, it's effective. Yeah, this is a meat tube. There it is, there's the meat. Smells like quality. Meat tube. So we're gonna cook that, we're gonna break it up using a Pretty Good Cooking branded spoon. Ooh, So you break up your sausage into bite-sized pieces. And really, I think this is a truly the opposite of skill expression. Because you gotta not do it in a good way, you just gotta beat the ever-loving hell out of it until it breaks up. And you break it up some more in a minute. All right, meanwhile, in a bowl, this bowl, you start cracking some eggs. Now, how many eggs are you gonna need? I don't know. In fact, I'm fairly certain I'm gonna put too many eggs in this casserole, but the good news is that that's okay. There's some whatever you wanna call it, some tolerance for error, as this is a casserole, and I don't know how badly we could up a casserole. But also, a certain guest of the show does not like eggs. So I'm going to see how many eggs I can put in this and see if she'll still eat. That's 4 eggs so far. We're gonna fill up that casserole, so I'm gonna put a lot in there. A lot of eggs.com. Here in this bowl, I cracked 12 eggs. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what's called a throwback. Here I got the hyphen Johnson and Company hyphen happy old unisex person, and then this lady's like, yeah, coffee. Oh! Go put my sausage.
Did Kevin do a good job on these onions?
You did a great job. Let's just put the onions with the sausages. This is probably a lot of onion to put in, but I like it that way. And by cooking them with the sausages, they'll reduce in volume but increase in flavor. My God, that's a lot of onions. Increase the heat. Gonna keep cooking these. Onions are good. Onions are great. Kevin is good. And he's not 8 years old. Kevin's wounded himself. Don't you want to capture that on film?
I'm grating cheese. It is Monterey Jack.
Can you say it in a fancier accent?
Monterey Jack Cheese.
All right, I got this new whisk. It's like 3 whisks together. Look at all those. A birthday gift from Rain, Kayla, and Ashley. Gonna put some half and half in them eggs. How much was that? Every quarter cup. We're gonna beat them eggs. Now every recipe on the internet and on the YouTube and anywhere else will be telling you don't overbeat your eggs. Well, what will happen if you overbeat your eggs? I don't know. I don't know why they say don't do it. I think, what are they gonna be? More mixed? They're gonna like stiffen up and be like, oh, we don't wanna cook no more. They're gonna crawl out of the bowl and onto the floor because you beat them too much? I don't know. Some things in life we'll just never know.
You should beat them too much.
How much is too much?
Just go until you get tired. I'm Cheddar Kev. There's cheddar in there and it's better cheddar. John's diligence failed him and he didn't see me grating it.
I thought it was the same block.
Look at this. Look at this. It's incredible. Where did the onions go? Where did they go? When that's cooked, turn off the heat. Turn off the heat that's being applied to the meat. Neat. All right, so maybe you're like me, and maybe you got a knife block. And among those knives you have is a bread knife. Now, how often do you use the knife specifically for bread? If you're me, not that often. And if you're the average American consumer who is eating less bread, and if you are eating bread, by eating sliced bread, doesn't require a bread knife, is that knife even necessary? Well, it does come in handy for applications like this. So I got this Italian loaf right here, which I'm gonna cut off some of the crusts. And if you don't want to chop off all the crusts, that's okay. Really, what we're trying to do here is create what's called gut fill. And when you're cooking a casserole for the masses, regardless if it's a mass of your children, your siblings' children, and various other family members, really what you're trying to do is fill their guts with as much shit as possible with the least amount of effort. Now you could probably just use a loaf of white bread for this, but for whatever reason, white bread is the typical thing to use for this. So I'm chopping off these crusts. I think I'm gonna see if I can peel that last one. And there you got that soft, penile-like bread core. There it is. Now those crusts can be a tasty snack, so we'll set them aside. We're gonna take this and we're gonna cube it up. It's nice and soft. I think it would be nice sometime to try to sleep on a loaf of bread, maybe as a pillow. You guys ever thought about that?
No.
Okay. Well, never mind me. If you wanted, you could use your hands. You can see how soft this bread is. Might make a nice pillow. All right, so you take those breads, and that's gonna be an ingredient. Breads. This is fancy cooking, if you didn't know. All right, get that nonstick spray. This that expensive shit. John bought it. I wouldn't buy it. And take these breads. Wait a minute. The bread gives the dish breadth. And I'm not saying that to be coy. That's literally, you put it in there because it's gonna soak up the shit and give this casserole breadth. Okay, there's our casserole. I'm just kidding, it's bread. All right, next to our casserole, we're gonna give it that sausage layer. And it would be ideal to let this cool. You ain't got time for that. If you didn't know, if you know nothing about this show, we're just always on a time budget. We don't have any time for anything. This is hurry up cooking. Bread, sausage, onions. Now over here we got a mixture of the cheeses. And these are just the cheeses I chose for the event. I chose the cheese and the cheese chose me. I'm gonna mix that together. I'm gonna give it a layer of that cheese. Alternatively, if you're in a hurry, throw the cheese in the egg. Okay, now I'm surely you, faithful viewer, at this point are saying, how that egg gonna fit in there? And me, the faithful host, is also thinking, how am I gonna fit that egg in there? And the answer is, the bread's gonna soak it up. Look at all these volumes. Put that egg in there, it's like it was never there. You give it a shake, move it around, and then you ask your friend Sarah What do you think about eggs?
I don't like eggs.
Look at that. There's not even enough eggs to... I have to mix it around. Not even enough eggs to cover the bottom.
I love it.
Surely at this moment, you can do no other but channel your little brother and say, just add cheese. And here we are, just adding cheese to the top. Cheese is the main ingredient in this dish. You may think of it as a breakfast casserole, but it is not. It is a cheese casserole. And truly, are not all casseroles cheese casseroles? Now here's where we take it up another notch. And this is gonna be wild and crazy. We're gonna take hash browns, fresh hash browns, and put them on the top. Don't those look an awful lot like cheese? Whoa! Fresh, not frozen. Simply potatoes, that's what they are. Simply potatoes. They're potatoes. And it looks like...
That one's black. What does it mean?
All right, so there's our layer of potatoes, or budados as we used to call them. Now at this point, you could stop. Or you could add more cheese, which is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try to go for like a thinner layer of cheese at this point, with the hopes of getting some brown potatoes and brown cheese on top. Now at some point, we probably should have seasoned this, so I'm just gonna hit it with the salt. Should have done this earlier, that's all right. And if it expands at all, we're gonna be f***ed. There's that pep. Now if I recall the way this is made, I think you're supposed to cook it covered first, and then maybe uncovered later. I don't remember.
Phil's eating raw potatoes.
It did pretty good. I think we should cover it. Let's cover it with heavy-duty aluminum foil. Heavy-duty aluminum foil. There's our egg dish, breakfast casserole. In she goes. How long will she take? I don't know. Let's try half an hour, 30 minutes. We'll be back in 30 minutes to check on the progress. And in the meantime, we're gonna do other things. All right, let's check on that casserole. It's been half an hour. It's been covered. What's going on in here? Got a little bit of stickage. Nothing a few hot grabby folks can't fix. And from what I'm reading and what I'm hearing, that needs to go some more. So it is starting to set, which is good. You can tell there's some resistance. I put the chopstick in, it comes out some resistance. I think we're gonna put it back in uncovered, with the hopes that we can get some browning action. We're gonna go ahead and pop that back in. It's probably gonna take a while. I mean, this is a lot of food. Let's check on that in another 20 minutes. We will be back. Yo, check it out. Here's our casserole. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think at this point, it would be delicious, but let's prod it. Let's probe it. You see it came out. There's still some, I don't know, this is kind of close, I think. You can see that parts of this, there's still some cream there, so I think it needs to keep going. And also I would like the top to brown more. So I'm gonna crank that heat. Wait a minute. Do I have a broil button? Yeah, I got a broil button. All right, we're gonna holy broil this. We'll see what happens. But we're in the home stretch of this dank dish. We'll be back soon. It's not gonna take that long. Updates to come. It's time! Look at that brown top. Damn. That might be slightly too brown, but it ain't gonna matter. All right, you can tell at this point. Look, I'll show you the probe. Goes in the middle. Look, wow. We had to pop through that crust. This shit's done. So we gotta let that cool for a little bit. Not too long, but a little bit. And we'll be back to serve it up. And we'll eat this delicious food. And it'll all have been worth it. Just like every episode of PGC. We always make good food. It's always delicious. And the effort we put into it always pays off. Be back soon for that sweet, sweet taste test. All right, it's cutting time. And is this too much to eat? If it was breakfast, maybe, but I'm hungry. This is a dinner slice. This is one spatula's worth, okay? And there's the cross section. You can see that it's whole and it's wholesome. It held together. That means that it's better. And you know, we put that white cheese on top and it turned orange. That's how you know there's a depth of flavor. All right, let's slap our fork into this jalopy. It looks hot. You can tell by that steam coming off. And due to the amazing works of movie magic, we're gonna pause for now and I'm gonna come back and eat it, but you won't know that. I'm just gonna hold the fork just like that and it's gonna stop steaming. All right, first bite, here we go. It's really good. We made a good thing. It tastes like quiche. It tastes like casserole. It tastes like victory. I'm gonna splash hot sauce all over that. I'm gonna smash that. This is a good food. We did a good job. Mainly it tastes like cheese and sausage. It's really, really good. This is delicious. So this is good. Make this for a brunch. Smash like 6 mimosas and then put that in there. It's gonna do you right. So that's how you do it. Other toppings could include sour cream, salsa, hot sauce, additional meat. Did I say penis in this episode? Penis. Okay, bye.